Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I'm from amandacrochets.com. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful shell stitch dishcloth. Now you can use this dishcloth in the kitchen, or if you want you can use this as a spa cloth for the bathroom. So there's a few different ways that you can use this, and as you can see I'm using 3 different colors, and I really love how the shell stitch worked up. And it's one of my favorite stitches, I have to say. So I want to show you how to work up this stitch, and it's pretty much beginner friendly if you understand how to make a double crochet and a single crochet. So I will show you how to make this beautiful shell stitch dishcloth with this little bit of a shell border to it as well. So for the materials for today, you're going to need 1 skein of this I Love This Cotton. You can get this yarn at Hobby Lobby, and it's 100% cotton yarn. And the color I'm using here is Taupe. You're also going to need 1 skein of the Warm Blush. And finally, you're going to need 1 skein of Ivory. So gather your yarn and let's begin. You're also going to need a size H 5mm crochet hook. I'm using my favorite Clover & More. So let's begin with today's tutorial. I'm going to start with the Warm Blush color, and as you can see on my dishcloth I made 3 rows of each color. And then I'll show you how to even out the top of the dishcloth. So you're going to go ahead and make a slip knot. And for the shell stitch, you want to make a multiple of 6 plus 1. So that means you're going to take number 6 and you're going to multiply it by any number that you want. And then when you're satisfied, you're going to add 1 more chain onto the end. So for the purposes of this dishcloth, we're going to make a chain of 37. So to make a chain, you're going to do yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that loop on your hook, and that's 1, again, 2, 3, 4, 35, 36, 37. Okay, now that you have your 37 chains, you're going to make 2 double crochets into the 4th chain from your hook. So the loop on your hook does not count, and you're going to count 4 chains from your hook. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So all in that 4th chain, you're going to do 2 double crochets. So yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that 4th chain, yarn over your hook, pull through that chain, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. And now that chain 3 that you just skipped right here will become your first double crochet. So let's make another double crochet in that same stitch. So again, yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And that is considered your first shell. Next, you're going to skip 2 stitches and you're going to make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So this is the stitch you just worked in. Skip that next one and the one after that, and in that 3rd one you're going to make a single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, so now you're going to skip the next 2 chains, so 1 and 2, and in that very next chain you're going to make 5 double crochets, all in that same chain space. And this will be your shell. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oops. Okay, then you're going to skip 2 chains, so 1 and 2, and you're going to make a single crochet into that next chain. And then you're going to repeat this all the way down, and I will show you how to end the row and move on to row 2. Okay, so I'm coming up on the end of my row. I have 3 chains left. I'm going to skip the next 2 chains, and in that very last chain I'm going to make a single crochet. And that will help even out your row, and it will make everything nice and balanced. And then there's what your first row will look like. So to move on to row 2, you're going to do a chain 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and then turn your work. Now in that very first single crochet that you just made from the previous row, so right here, you're going to make 2 double crochets. So that chain 3 that you just made is going to count as a double crochet. So you're going to do 2 double crochets in that very first single crochet that you made from the previous row. So it's 1 and then 2. Now you're going to skip the next 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and in that third double crochet you're going to put your single crochet. So just always remember that you're going to have 5 double crochets, and you're going to count 2 and 2 on each side. So that third chain, or that third double crochet right in the middle, is always the one that you're going to go in and make that single crochet. And by doing this, you will actually offset the shell and the single crochet, and that's how you get your beautiful shell pattern. So again, you want to continue this all the way down. So you want to skip the next 2 double crochets, and in that single crochet you're going to do 5 double crochets. So that's going to be 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip the next 2 double crochets, and in the next double crochet you're going to do a single crochet. Skip the next 2 double crochets, and in that single crochet make 5 double crochets. So oops. So you're just going to repeat this all the way down, and you're going to make a single crochet in that very last chain. It's going to be the top of your turning chain. So let me go ahead and finish this row, and I will show you how to finish this row as well as change colors. Okay, so I'm coming up at the end of this row, and you're going to skip those 2 double crochets, and you're going to find your chain 3, which is right here, and you're just going to count up 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and in the top of that chain you're just going to make a single crochet. So that's what your 2 rows are going to look like. Like I said, once you do more rows you could see the pattern more, but this is what the pattern looks like when you start to offset the shells. So then you have 1 shell here and then the next here. So I'm not going to do the full dishcloth because I don't have enough yarn. This is just left over from the dishcloth that I showed you at the beginning, but I'm just going to give you a general idea. And so to change colors, I'm just going to take out that single crochet that I just made, and I'm going to start that single crochet, so just like that, but instead I'm going to leave my end, and I'm just going to pick up the next color. So I'm going to pick up that ivory color, and you're going to leave a little bit of a chain, or a tail rather, so that way you can weave it in later. And I simply just laid over my hook and then pull through with that new color. And then I like to give the ends a little bit of a tug just to tighten things up a little bit. And then you're just going to continue as normal. So you're going to do chain 3, and turn. My yarn's a little bit tangled here. Okay, so then you're going to do your 2 double crochets in that very first stitch. Okay, and then you're going to skip 2 double crochets and you're going to make a single crochet, and you're just going to repeat that all the way across with 5 double crochets. So you're going to repeat the previous row over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and then I'm going to show you how to end the row so that way the dishcloth is even on top, just like it was even on the bottom. Okay, so before I go on, I just want to show you my dishcloth again. So I did 3 colors. I did 3 rows of each of the 3 colors, and then when you get to the very end, so right here, you're going to make 2 rows of that last color, and then you're going to start your edging to make it all even. So that's where we're going to start, right here. So say this is the end of my dishcloth. So to even out the top, you're going to do a chain 3. Your chain 3 is going to count as your first double crochet, and then in that first double crochet of the 5 double crochet cluster, or your shell right here, you're going to do a half double crochet. So to make a half double crochet, you're going to do yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, 3 loops remain on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Next, you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next 3 double crochets, so right here. So you're going to do single crochet in the next 3, next you're going to make a half double crochet. In that single crochet, you're going to make a double crochet. Next, you're going to make a half double crochet. In the next 3 stitches, you're going to make a single crochet. In that next stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. Next stitch, which is a single crochet, you're going to make a double crochet. Next stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. In the next 3, you're going to make a single crochet. In that next stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. In that single crochet, you're going to make a double crochet. The next stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. The next 3 stitches, you're going to make a single crochet. Next stitch is going to be that half double crochet. Then in that single crochet, you're going to make a double crochet. In that next stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. The next 3 stitches are going to be a single crochet. Next stitch is going to be a half double crochet. Next stitch is your single crochet, and you're going to make a double crochet in that. Next stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet, and then in your final 2 stitches, which is going to be this last double crochet right here and the top of that 3rd chain right here, you're going to make 1 single crochet in each of those stitches. Okay, and then if we look at it from afar, as you can see, the whole top has been evened out. So for the border, you're going to make this shell stitch right here, and I made this using 2 different colors. So the first row is going to be all half double crochet, and I used that warm blush color, and then for that shell portion I used the ivory. So let me show you how to do the border. So you can choose to use the same color. So again, I started and ended my dishcloth with that warm blush color, and I'm going to use the warm blush color for the border. So in this case, I ended with the ivory. So I'm just going to continue with the ivory and show you how to make the first round of the border. So I'm just going to chain 2 and turn. Now that chain 2 does not count as anything, so you're going to make a half double crochet in each stitch around, and when it comes to the corners, you're going to put 3 half double crochets into the corner, and that will help round out your corner nicely. So I'm just going to make a half double crochet in each stitch across, and I'm going to work up into the first corner, and then I will show you how to round out the corner and work along the side of your dishcloth. Okay, so I'm coming up on my first corner, and you can do one of 2 things. You have that chain 3. You can either go in that top of the chain 3 or in that chain 3 space right here. I'm just going to go ahead in that chain 3 space, and I'm just going to make 3 half double crochets all inside that chain 3 space. And like I said, that will help round out the corner nicely. And then when you're going down the sides of your dishcloth, it might be a little bit difficult, but you just want to make the sides as even as possible and just make a half double crochet along the sides. I can't say for sure how many half double crochets you're going to have along the sides, but you just want to make the spacing of them as even as possible. You just want to make as even of a number of half double crochets as you can along the sides, and then you're going to reach that corner again, and again you're going to do 3 half double crochets into that corner, just like that, and then you're just going to work along the bottom. Now when you get to the bottom, it might be a little bit tricky. So what I do is I do 2 half double crochets in that chain 2 space, and then right here underneath your shell I do 1 half double crochet, and that seemed to work out well for me as far as keeping things as even as possible. So again, right here you're going to do 2 half double crochets, and in the bottom of that shell right here you're going to do 1. So you just want to repeat this all the way down, and then when you get to the corner, again you're going to put 3 half double crochets into that corner and then work up your side. So let me go ahead and finish this row 1 of your border, and then I will go on and show you how to make that half double crochet shell border. Okay, so I'm coming up to the beginning. So remember, at the very beginning you did 1 half double crochet, and to end it you're going to do 2 more half double crochets. And then you're going to find that first half double crochet. Remember, skip that chain 2 that you made, and you're going to do a slip stitch at the very beginning. And then that is what your first round of your border will look like. Okay, so to start your shell, I'm just going to start in any corner. So as you can see right here, here's my corner, and I'm going to start right in that middle stitch, and I'm just going to use this new color. This is the taupe color. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 2, and again, that chain 2 does not count as anything, and you're going to make your first shell. So to make your shell, you're going to do 4 half double crochets in that very first chain, or that very first stitch. So you're going to do 4 half double crochets. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next, you're going to skip 1 stitch, and in that very next stitch you're going to make a single crochet, and you're going to repeat this all the way down. So skip the next stitch, and in that following stitch after that you're going to do 4 half double crochets, and this will be your pretty shell border. Now when you reach the corners, you don't have to worry about doing anything fancy. You just want to do every other stitch a single crochet or the shell border. You don't have to make anything even. You don't have to make the shells fit in the corners. You just want to alternate the shell and the single crochet. And remember, the shell is 4 half double crochets, and then you skip the next stitch, and then you make a single crochet, skip the next stitch, and again your 4 half double crochets. And then you're going to repeat this all the way around, and then you're going to do a slip stitch to the very beginning. So this is what your shell border looks like. So again, to show you on my dishcloth, as you can see that the shell doesn't always line up with the corner, and that's perfectly okay. So again, I used 3 different colors, and I did 3 rows of each color, and then when I got to the very end I did 2 rows of that color, and then I did that edging to make everything even. And I just wanted to make this because I really like the colors of it. I thought they were very pretty, and I really enjoyed making this. As you probably know if you've been following me, one of my favorite stitches is the shell stitch. So I thought I would make a series of dishcloths. So this is going to be video number 1 of my dishcloth series. And again, this is what my shell stitch dishcloth looks like. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video on how to make the shell stitch dishcloth. I will be providing more dishcloth videos in the next upcoming Saturdays, as I mentioned, in June. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy my dishcloth series. Again, my name is Amanda, and I'm from amandacrochets.com. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see all future videos by me. And if there's ever a video that you would like to see, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much, and have a great day.